Hi there, my name is Wilson Lowe, and I'm the co-founder of Thinking Forward, and we are a charity that is all about building character and building communities here in Toronto. We offer creative learning for children in priority needs schools around the city, and we also offer leadership training for youth and adults, and all of it is centered around building stronger character values. And once a quarter, we'll also reach out into the community and plan social action initiatives where we will demonstrate compassion and help those in need. Well, as you can imagine, for any vision to be successful, you need an amazing team of people around you to make it happen. And so we at Thinking Forward are so thankful for highly skilled, passionate, and committed volunteers that help us drive the vision forward. And one of those individuals is here with us today. And I am delighted to introduce to you Ming Justin Chung. And Ming recently organized an amazing fundraiser for us. And it was a very, very creative fundraiser. And we're going to hear a little bit more about that in a little bit. Welcome, Ming.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me here today.
Great. Yeah. Well, can you tell me a little bit about what you do?
I currently work, my full-time job is I work for a nonprofit organization. It's called the Center for Dreams, and it's a day program for adults with developmental disabilities. But I also have my own business called Puzzle Creations. It's a hairstyling business that I've done for the last 8 years. So I have 2 jobs right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds like you're all about helping people and making a positive difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's important for anybody to really always give back whenever they can. And so for me, it's important to be able to, whatever I do, have purpose to do it.
Awesome. Yeah. So how did you hear about Thinking Forward?
I heard about Thinking Forward just this past October from my sister, who's actually a volunteer at Thinking Forward. And I remember talking to her online. And I said to her, I'm looking for a charity because this year I want to give back for my birthday. And so she had said to me, I volunteer for an organization called Thinking Forward. And I said, well, really, what do they do? And I remember just saying to her, I want to find a place that really believes in building character, obviously, and also someone or an organization that is all about creativeness or art and that sort of stuff. And so she said, this is perfect. So everything else is history from that point forward. I went on the website quickly, read up, and I was like, done. This is exactly what I was looking for. And so we just kind of took it from there.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, your sister has been an amazing part of our team, and we're just so thankful for all the help that she's given us.
Yeah, well, thanks to her, I now know about Thinking Forward.
Great, yeah. Thanks. So what compelled you to help Thinking Forward?
The thing is that when I was growing up, I've been through situations where I know that I was quote unquote bullied. That's definitely a big topic that has been in the media lately. And I really just felt that I really just wanted to support an organization that wasn't just talking about the situation, but, redirecting them to something like the arts. I've always been very creative and artsy, and so I really felt this was a great connection. And so when I read about what Thinking Forward did, it just really made me feel like this is exactly a great fit for me personally because of what I've been through, but also because my parents have always taught me, it's important to give, and it's better to give than to receive. And so, I really wanted to do something for Thinking Forward, especially for grassroots organizations, because small organizations also need the support more so. Yeah.
Well, it sounds to me like there was like a values alignment with kind of your own personal values and the values of the organization.
Absolutely.
So, can you tell us how you came up with the idea to host an event for Thinking Forward?
Well, the Oscar event kind of happened almost by accident. I had just mentioned to a couple of friends, I was like, let's just, there's a lot of good movies this year from the Oscars. So I was like, it'd be fun just to do like a viewing party. And from that, it just kind of escalated to, well, why don't we do an actual party? And this was probably about a month before the actual Oscars. And I just said, why not? And so I immediately just reached out and went into my network, and I started emailing everybody and said, hey, what are you doing on February 24th? We got to do something. And so from that, everyone was just so giving, and everyone was just so willing to help, which was amazing. So,
yeah. What was the goal of the evening?
For me, it was twofold. I think the first thing was obviously really giving Thinking Forward a bigger name into the network of people that I know, because I know people from different industries, and I really felt that this was something that people could connect to. A lot of my friends are in the creative industry, some of photographers, videographers, jewelry people. I work with these people. And I felt this was a great way for them to see an organization that is really built on creative programming. The other thing is really just for networking and for people to understand, like, you know, giving back doesn't have to be an emotional thing. It can be a fun thing. It can be easy to do. And I think it's just important that people just put together, start an idea and then just make it, you know, possible that way. So yeah, I just really wanted people to come out, get to see what Thinking Forward does, but also for them to network with other people and maybe create new partnerships so that they can do other projects together later on.
Well, we certainly appreciate all the exposure, you know, through your networks for Thinking Forward.
Yeah.
So thanks
Awesome.
so much for that.
No problem.
Yeah. Is there any advice that you would give somebody who's thinking of doing their own kind of creative fundraiser?
Yeah, you know, the best advice that I can give someone who wants to do this kind of stuff is that it doesn't have to be something that you're not comfortable with. So, you know, for me, I like the arts. So I combined my love for arts into an actual event. Someone who might really like sports, maybe they could do a sports type event. So it's not so far-fetched that it's like impossible to reach, but really think about what it is that you enjoy doing and thinking, how can I use that to raise awareness or funds for an organization? So, you know, for me, again, it's tying a good cause for something that you enjoy doing and putting those things together.
Right, right, yeah. So following somebody's passion, you know, doing it with creativity and just going for it, getting started.
Absolutely, and I think the important thing is that you tell people that you want to do something like this. I think a lot of times people are looking for opportunities to be a part of something like that, but nobody really is taking that initiative. But once someone says, you know, I'm doing this idea, you'll be surprised how many people really actually want to help because maybe they're not so comfortable leading, but they're easier to, you know, help in other ways.
Wow, great. Well, thanks so much, Ming.
No problem.
Thanks again for all you've done to help and support Thinking Forward. I know that personally you're an inspiration to me in terms of how you make, you know, helping people such a priority.
Well,
thank you so much for that.
Awesome.
And I think we can all learn from your example of how someone can use their skills and their talents to make a positive difference in their community.
I appreciate that.
That's awesome. And
Awesome.
you know that your efforts is going to go a long way in helping Thinking Forward progress because we are looking at expanding into new opportunities and new character-based programs for the children and for the youth. So your efforts will go a long way. So thank you so much for that.
And I mean, if anybody wants to help out with our second annual Oscar party, please feel free to get in contact with Wilson and we can definitely work on that together for next year. Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks again.
So much. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks again for listening to our interview today. And if you want more information, feel free to check out our website, thinkingforward.ca. Please also get connected with us on Facebook and Twitter and check it out and see how you can get involved with us. Thanks again.